Exactly. And speaking of Victor, we have Victor versus Cindra Dracai of Retribution live on stream for you now. Hayden Dale obviously piloting Cindra yesterday. We saw to great effect against an Acilio. Ty Soens on a crazy 7-0 run on Victor High and Mighty. So really two players that are at the top of their game today. Can you talk us through about what you think this matchup means for either hero and who generally are you pegging for the win?
So this is interesting. I've spoken to a lot of Cindra mains and I've spoken to a lot of Victor players about this matchup. It can actually, I think it's more Victor favored. If the
Mm,
Victor wins a lot of early clashes, it can really snowball into the side of the Victor.
yep.
However, if the Cindra dodges clashes and gets a hot start, they can get there. But I am expecting Tysons to take this one home. The clash value is just really like this deck is sort of disgusting if I'm going to be honest. If he hits a lot of early clashes, it's going to be really hard for Hayden to keep the pace. But we'll see. We'll see how it unfolds.
Yeah. Just to be the contrarian, I am going to say that Hayden Dale has a really good chance of winning this one. We see some of these cards like Prowess of Agility coming through. I believe one was pitched yesterday, so my eyes are keenly locked on these kind of more setup turns where you're okay eating a Golden Sun with Overpower or a little bit of disruption because it means that you'll be able to set up or play for something on the next turn, even if it's not exactly what you were looking for. But still, very, very skill testing for the Syndra player.
Yeah, I do believe the Victor needs to see that disruption as well. Like you just pointed out, a Golden Sun is not going to phase the Syndra. The Syndra will just say, okay, now I'm going to hit you with a 5-card hand, and it's going to be tough for the Victor. So we'll see if he can
Mm.
find his pummels, find his disruption. Should be an interesting game.
Looks like Syndra is on the play yet again. I think this is the second time we've seen Cindra, a hero that typically wants to go second in the interest of tempo, going first. So definitely able to get some points across the board. But I mean, talk about a number of natural 4 blocks with the clash cards. Could be hard to get some of these 0 for 4s across the table.
Yeah, it might even be in this situation in Hayden's seat. You might even want to, if your hand's good enough, just Arsenal pass and try to leave them with a block card in hand. But we're going to see him start chipping away here with the kunais.
Yeah, I think Victor, especially, uh, pretty low on prevention
Yeah,
as it
yeah.
comes. Can't really run a lot of strict prevention cards. I know that Shelter from the Storm has made its way in to a few lists these days, which is something I never thought I would see.
Yeah, they do. Lists do, I believe, have one set of D-reacts like quite often now. But it does obviously, yeah, like you said, dilute their clash winning potential, which is never good. See, and there you see Hayden just cycling some cards and setting up a good hand, trying not to let the Victor get too much block value. Hopefully, there's still a block card in his hand.
Yeah, seeing a throw dagger and a pain in the backside go on this early really makes you wonder. And talk about cards
Ooh.
that can really break down the matchup for poor Syndra. It's Spinal Crush.
Yeah, like we said, this is not what you want. This is why Ty's elected to go second. He's like, I need to filter my hand, find a big disruption piece, hang on to it, and then just send it the next turn. And he's been able to keep the Spinal Crush in hand, send it because he knows this is just a massive card in the matchup.
Mm. Definitely a symptom. Ooh, a
That's nice.
Draconic D-React. Yeah, I believe if you have 2 of these in your graveyard, you're able to banish them and then draw a card. So also one of these, one of the cards that you can play for a longer game with.
Yeah,
Spinal Crush, obviously representing uh, quite a massive tempo loss if the crush effect is able to be resolved, but really nicely done there. Loyalty from Beyond the Grave is the card. Amazing art, and the Hunted just had excellent, excellent art.
oh yeah.
Strike first. This will give the next Draconic attack +1. I believe this is just 3. Go again. An Antiquity Pack Ripple Away on the block. Can't imagine that's going to be getting much value outside of fealty killing. And a Draco Fire. Whoo.
Yeah, one of those new cards that just we thought it would be at its best in Fang, and it's just turned out to be a Cindra card, basically.
I think that's the pretty iconic draconic experience. I thought this would be good in Fang, and it's just better in Cindra.
Oh yeah.
Eating a block, flipping another Spinal Crush. This one will be coming in for 10 next turn.
Honestly, just double checking.
Or
Not
9,
what you want to
sorry.
see if you're Hayden Dale right now.
That's all we do. That's fine. I'll pass priority.
Just moving to end, says Hayden Dale, binning the dagger.
Now, is that a D-React? He did just pass priority instead of playing something else out here, so it could be a D-React.
Yeah, it could also be the fact that you're not really getting rid of this Spinal Crush.
Yeah.
If you send something anyway, so you may as well hold the card because there is just one more card in the hand for Soens.
Let's see what we've got. It could have...
Spinal Crush for 10 plus 1. Of course, when it defends, you can flip a card with Crush in your arsenal face up to give it plus 1.
And like
very
we said...
strong symmetrical effect.
Ooh, that's a lot of... That's a lot of 2 blocks, Alex.
Yeah, it's a lot of natural go again out of the deck as well. I think Hayden knows that he's happy to take a turn off if it means not eating loads and loads of damage. A sink below from the top of the deck. Fascinating. I think a lot of these Victor lists that are performing well do run a bit of a go again package, obviously not with Rousey, Ancients, or Zealous Belting, but in the form of E-Strike and being able to effectively block out crush effects that are really pretty easy to get online in light of cast homes. It's pretty heads up play.
Yeah, Victor, he's got an E-Strike in hand right now, actually. Victor loves E-Strike. The amount of times I've actually been hit by 2 E-Strikes followed by a hammer, it's just, yeah. It
looks like a Clash of Might is going to come out, hitting the Boulder Drop on top. I think that beats every single card in Hayden Dale's deck, and it will definitely beat a sink below. So a nice little push for the next turn as we cut to Soens, Tunic to 3.
So Ty knows that Hayden has a sink below, so yeah, he's gone with just a Boulder Drop. It's going to get covered here very nicely by this. Oh, actually, the Might token is very relevant here.
Yeah, Boulder Drop for 8 means that the sink below won't be covering the crush effect completely. Yep. Might have to give the Dragon Scale a flight path.
I was going to say those shoes are looking pretty good right now.
Excellent piece of equipment. It says ally on it, so just a heads up. Dromine's on her way back. If you've never been hit by the same Vincerico twice in the same turn.
I completely forgot because Dromine's been gone for so long. Oh, that's awesome.
Used to run it in Blitz.
Yeah.
Just look like a block for 7. Pretty typical. Instead of cashing in the boots, saying, I'm going to keep my fridge for a time that I actually really, really need it. And instead, I'll just play with a little bit less of an effective hand.
Absolutely. Hayden Dale looks like he understands his position in the matchup. Save life where you can, and try to keep your armor for when you really, really need to use it.
Looks like another strike first will be met by a trounce. I believe the Golden Sun will not only make that clash.
Oh, but he has to.
He has to win both clashes, I believe.
Revealed a Goldmane estate, so doesn't win both clashes.
Is going to destroy the gold by the looks of it. Winning a trounce is just a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trounce is one of these ever-present cards in virtually every Victor list. If you're playing against Victor, you need to know about Trounce. Makes a might, a figure, and a gold token if you win both clashes. Extremely powerful effect. And a Blaze Headlong will be the play.
And all you have to do is put it on the combat chain, Alex.
Yep.
Pretty good. If Lockie was here, he'd be making a joke, but yeah, we'll Blaze Headlong coming in here. You love to see it. Is that meant to be? It's coming in for 5, right? Because of the fire tenant.
Yes,
Should
I
be
believe
coming
it
in
would
for
be. I can't quite see the dice, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of these like really difficult decision points where you see the cards in your hand and you know the turn isn't going to be as effective because the hand is so full, but you just have to play it in order to get value out of strike first.
Yeah, you do.
Display loyalty, making a fealty on the front end could be very, very impactful, as we know that a Rav Rabble was just played, enabling you to get some more draconic chain links. Regardless, a buyback might be on the cards with Tunic.
And Hayden just looking at this card as it's not too common. Not many people really know about it. It's called Fault Line. It's from MPG, I believe. It's not too well
Yep.
known, but another card that just I believe it threatens Arsenal.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
It does. It comes in for 7, and if you have an Arsenal, it gets +1. So it's a crush 2-card 8
Oh, here we
that
go, Alex.
has Arsenal destruction.
Not this
the
card.
Golden Sun.
Golden Sun. What a house of a card.
Yeah, I mean, 4 mites this early. Ty
Yep.
really knowing what his game plan is of pushing enormous on hits. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You cannot block.
And it's sort of like I said at the start, if Ty just sees disruption, it is really difficult for Cindra to get some aggression on the board. She just can't when she's being presented with these on hits each and every turn.
How will this be blocked? And a shelter from the storm completely covering it, but with 4 mites for the next turn may not be so lucky. Looks like potentially 2 play sets of D-Reacts in here. It's very interesting.
I go again, all right.
But it's looking for 4.
Yeah, as you do. Yep.
We'll end up losing this clash if not to activate Victor's hero ability.
And we see a pummel on top, Xander. That is
Hard
not...
decision point here.
It's gone to the bottom.
Ow, that's the Ryan Taylor Victor experience right there.
Losing multiple clashes to a deck you really shouldn't be losing even a single clash to. Yep.
Yeah. There's a real case to be made for losing that clash intentionally, so you know you have the pummel for this turn. Depending on what is in Arsenal, but that just looks like it's going to be 2 blues into a cranial crush. Says Mask of Momentum, Mask of No More. Hard to block this one out for 12 points of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. I was going to say this could be a turn where, you know, the on hit is bad. It turns off your mask, but it does allow you to actually play out your cards, which is something that Hayden actually hasn't been able to do. It'd be interesting to see, but he has opted for a more defensive position. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just see him pop another D-React and a block in front of this. We'll see what he decides to do.
As well as Mask, it can also turn off Art of the Phoenix War, which is the functional Art of War reprint, specifically for Draconic Heroes. Huge power card. I think if you're in the seat of Hayden Dow, you're wondering, how much can I get away with blocking this while still not being completely locked out of the game? Obviously, worst case scenario, next turn, another Cast Homes is to follow. This is 7 blocked on 5.
Yeah, go for it.
Coming over.
He's still thinking here. He's dead. So maybe Deciding whether he wants to commit a second D-React or keep it in Arsenal for the next barrage. Because if you're not doing anything with this turn, putting the other D-React is only stopping damage here, whereas keeping a D-React for a future turn can help stop a crush.
Excellent call. Looks like that will be the play. Send a 0 for 4 and then Arsenal a defensive option for the next turn. Oh, Oath of Loyalty. Excellent card. I mean, so iconic for Draconic heroes now, but something that people initially saw and thought, oh, I can't make this work. What if I want to run a Rev Rebel? Lo and behold, the fealty tokens got you there. Another trounce. Winning the first clash. The second one will be another win. So a might, vigor, and a gold token for the side of Ty Soens.
And draw a card. Just,
And yeah, of course.
Very good things. Yeah. I know a lot of people, Xander, that are pretty happy for this deck to be League of LLing soon.
Yeah, the 2 decks I've played most into Victor, one of them was Kano, so an incredibly free matchup, and then the other was Prism, which is an incredibly unwinnable matchup.
Yeah, the opposite.
Yeah, very polarizing as things go, but Victor, I think, regardless of where you fall on loving or hating the deck, loving or hating, better for worse, he does represent an important part of the meta and keeps a certain number of decks out that would just run unchecked otherwise.
Now we've got an Ignite coming here for Hayden here, so maybe be interested to see what that last card actually is, if it's a D-React or if it is... Oh, okay, well, it doesn't matter now. Oh, Test of Iron Grip. Absolutely brutal here.
Once we start clashing, these are both known.
Just max punished on a 2-block there.
He was... it's a Rav Rebel.
It's so unfortunate.
Now, Xander, if you look at Hayden's graveyard, he fanned through it before. It is really, really dense. I'm getting a bit worried. He's been through a lot of his deck, and Ty is still sitting on 31. So Ty's game plan going exactly as it should at the moment, just sending disruption, forcing Cindra to block, reducing threats in her deck.
Yeah, these symmetrical effects like Trounce just keep, I think, pushing that limit of where Cindra can go, really bottlenecking the deck by saying, yes, I will block for above rate and also ship. Oh man, if this isn't just an enormous pummel, I don't know what is. This is the iconic Guardian experience of playing, and there you go. CNC, yep, 2 floating. Just eats it. Elects to eat it here. Understandable.
All right. So Hayden has a 4-card hand, probably for the first time in a bit. Let's see what he can do. Got an Oath of Loyalty.
Yet again, showing up big time to get these enormous turns started right. Really going to push the needle of, can you deal with this? I think that is quick dodge flexes in the leg slot for Ty Soens, so always the potential of a bailout should any nasty little attack reactions get their way through, such as Ancestral Harmony. It's for... Oh, there it is.
Another Drake.
Ripple away will be the block.
Now, importantly, Hayden has 2 Draco Fires in his graveyard now, so he can banish them in a future turn and just get a free resource, which is really good.
Ty, being a player of high skill, will know exactly how to deal with mask triggers as well. So unlikely to get caught off guard by any sneaky little tricks.
And I'll pass.
Looks like a dagger buyback pass. Very smart, very measured gameplay. I mean, it kind of feels like death by 1,000 daggers at this point. Oof. Another cast homes. That'll be 4 gold, draw a card, make 5 mites. All for the low price
Yeah.
of 1 resource.
Yeah.
And
And a
a
CNC. Yeah, this turn's absolutely brutal. It's saying you don't get to have your turn, and I'm going to have my turn next.
I mean, there's no way he IPs another card, right? This one has to be pummel.
I don't believe he dropped the pummel, but Victor does sometimes get stranded with an extra card when he plays Goldmane Estate. He could just be an IP, but because I don't think I've seen the pummel, but I could be wrong. Let's see. He's got it. Okay.
Something's been stranded in that arsenal for upwards of 6 turns at this point. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. CNC pummel, a tale as old as time. And I'm probably thinking, I couldn't be pummel. I didn't get pummeled last turn.
That's always the way.
Obviously, having no arsenal there, the pummel loses a little bit of its power. And Ty definitely did eat quite a bit of damage for it, but 10 damage with a crippling on here.
Take 2 cards. Absolutely brutal.
As well, if Ty is playing a more remembrance-centered package, you know, I know that's in a lot of Victor lists right now, is just a natural 3 of. Getting CNC back every single time to punish the D-Reacts and say, hey, look, I know you are running Sink Belows and Shelter from the Storm and Loyalty from Beyond the Grave. I'm just going to send CNC at you every single time. Devalue these cards in your hand.
Now, I wonder what Hayden's thinking about here. He's got 2. Let's it resolve.
We'll be taking 4, losing a card from the hand and the arsenal. And it was the D-React.
Oh, it was a D-React. That's brutal.
But it's not all bad. Loyalty from Beyond the Grave's ability is now live. So at the start of any turn, you may banish both of them and draw a card.
Yeah. I think the common time we see it getting cracked at the start of the turn is when you want to get a 5-card hand, basically. So he's just said, nope, I'm going to arsenal this. I'm going to save it for a turn where I actually have a big turn. And I'm going to make it really hard for Victor to block it all out.
Losing 2 defensive value on the equipment definitely leans that way of Hayden waiting for the opportune moment to strike, such as probably not this turn.
We just saw Ty drawing 2 cards, folks. That's because he's pitched a Riches of Tropeldani, created a gold, and Victor's drawn an extra card off the gold crack. Again, something else that he does that is really, really strong.
10 go again on an E-strike. You wouldn't want to read about it. This
Absolutely
is an absurd amount of damage.
And he has a tunic counter and 3 cards in hand, so this could be a crush attack following up this, which would just be devastating.
Yeah, there's always the chance that Hayden goes no blocks and then sees what comes afterwards, but if there's a Golden Sun in the hand, you might just lose on the spot.
Exactly. You might just be dead. Yeah.
Very, very hard decision point. Probably going to see a lot of defensive options opted for here. Hayden probably thinking to himself, if I see a throw dagger and a pain in the backside anytime soon, I know the end is near.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, this matchup. If the Victor takes tempo and hits their disruption, it's very, very hard for Cindra to string anything meaningful together.
Being able to we haven't seen it in this game, but Tick Tunic. Oh, Cranial Crush. Being able to Tick Tunic and play out Cast Homes as well is just an incredibly offensive way to draw a card, progress your game plan, make a bunch of mites.
Yeah, and if you draw a blue, you can also swing Hammer. It's just really, really good value.
Looks like the Dragon
so
Scalar flight path have been picked up. Will they see a block here? We'll know when things are getting dicey once the fridge starts being blocked with. Ooh.
Okay.
So that is a throw dagger.
Yeah, that's fine.
The dragging out the Cranial Crush. Another Cast Homes in the hand of Ty Soens.
Is that action phase or what's that? Would this have been stopped by Cranial Crush?
Okay.
With this one?
Yeah, is it action
phase?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I didn't want to look while I was.
They're just discussing loyalty beyond the grave, triggering if Cranial Crush's crush effect is live. Will not be the case, I think.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
it will
yeah, I
be
think
because
you're
it's a
right.
defense reaction, right? No.
Well,
Cranial
no,
Crush
it
says
says
you can't draw cards.
Yeah. Oh, so he's gonna banish both sets. He's gonna banish Draco Fire, the 2 Draco Fires to get a resource, and he's gonna banish the 2 loyalties to draw a card and try and have. I think because he realizes that it's do or die now. He's on 9 life. He needs to start doing something to try and accelerate his game plan.
Thinking. This is a massive trigger to pull on a turn where you would otherwise not be super happy, but just due to the circumstances of Victor constantly sending disruption your way and the life totals not being in your favor, I think we're at pitch stag now from turn 1. Throw dagger in the bin, bang in the backside in the hand.
I think so too. Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
many
Hayden's
cards
deck
left.
is. Yeah, I think his deck's looking really thin.
Clash of Agility.
So I'll make a bigger target. Yeah.
Clash of Vigor,
Oh,
sorry.
Clash of Vigor, yeah.
I think 8 beats 2, 9 beats 2.
Maybe, not sure.
This chip damage is just not getting over the line. And having Tunic for Cast Homes at worst next turn could be pretty devastating.
And Ty recognizes Hayden's just trying to try and get something on this turn. He's trying to sneak in a Mass Trigger, and he's just denying him at every point, blocking the Kunai with the 1 point of armor there. And now, I think Hayden only has 2 cards still, so his Mask is still alive.
Rising Resentment, not going to see a block this time around. Knows that if I block this out, I'm just going to get flicked with Akuno.
We do see the banish from Rising Resentment. Get a free Demonstrate Devotion here.
Crazy strong card. 4 go again with a little bit of fealty generation. Obviously at 1 cost, but excellent card.
So
is eating the 4. This will be the second hit off of Mask. And now another 4
nice
go again.
Yep.
Is there a world where Victor... Can we just take a step back and appreciate the fact that this started as I believe a 2-card...
2-card hand.
2-card hand. And just clawed back with Draco Fire and Loyalty from Beyond the Grave to really clap back from an E-Strike for 10 and a Cranial Crush for 8.
Yep. Yeah. Hayden very smartly recognizing he needs to push now. That's why he did it. He banished both sets at the same time. And now Mask is live, so Ty needs to block this out.
We'll see the flick here. Mask and momentum not going to trigger, but getting a dagger back.
Just do the Cindra thing.
Yeah, and passing. It's pretty big. That was an enormous turn. What
Yeah.
a fascinating time to pull the trigger, and it paid dividends in bringing this game closer.
Oh,
Yet another cast homes. That'll be
Here it
6
comes.
nights.
Draw from Victor.
Yes.
oh,
sorry,
now is he gonna,
5
if he
nights.
draws a blue, if he draws a blue, he's got boulder drop to send here.
Wait,
which
would
will
it be? Is it not 6 mites? Oh, the shield's gone. I'm a fool.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'm going to activate Tunic.
Yeah.
Tunic?
Yeah.
Cracker Gold.
Sure.
He's drawn a red. And he's going to try to draw a blue off the gold as well.
Give me 10.
And he hasn't. He hasn't.
He
So
hasn't hit it.
that's massive. Hayden gets a reprieve here.
Draw the rest of my hand.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, just thinking.
There's a golden sun in the hand now, but day late and $1 short. Huge tempo loss here. Hayden's really going to have to think about how he wants to play this hand and the best way he can actually just threaten real lethal damage.
Absolutely, Alex. He needs. He would recognize that he needs to absolutely take cards from Ty here because he's got 5 mites on the board. And if he sends something back, it could be lights out for Hayden. He's sitting on 5 life.
13. Yeah.
Perfect way to start off the chain is Ignite into a Kunai, a tale as old as 2024. Looks like Tunic will be blocked with, but flicking to get over the Tunic block. These small, inefficient attacks are so hard to deal with when you're trying to defend Marsh triggers at the start of the turn. Cut through. A dagger has hit. This is another bit of 4. Go again. Oof, test of
Another
strength.
4. Oh, we see a loss. It's a draw.
could
It's a
be-
draw.
Yeah. We'll try and win this one.
Hayden needs a miss here.
That's a Thunderquake. Thunderquake
That's a
is
Thunderquake.
good.
Yeah, that's a big clash.
Oh,
got
and
an
the Ancestral Harmony.
Oh, he's going to get the...
Goes to 5. Mask is going to hit.
This is a mask trigger.
If
And we get the
only,
hit.
if only that Shelter from the Storm was in the hand, you could have prevented
Oh, sorry. This is.
Yeah, that's okay.
this. But, case. This is the
Okay, that's
difference
pretty-
between
that's
playing
pretty
to
big for
win
Hayden.
and playing to not lose. I'm tense.
Yeah.
I quake in the mornings thinking about great games in the flesh and blood, such as these. Still with a 4-card hand.
We're going to burn a fealty.
For Art of the Dragon
Ooh.
Blood.
Okay.
Another 4 block.
Another clash. No. I'm just going to say, Xander, Ty has just had it this game, I think. He's had all the clashes. He's had disruption when he needs it. He's made it very difficult for Hayden this game.
When you see the card on top of that, it's not the card I really want to see.
Jeez.
I can't be out of
That
Yeah,
is
Hayden saying
rough.
it's not really what I want to see.
Throw dagger. We'll be drawing a card here. Obviously, buying back these daggers is a pretty big deal.
Can we just move this down a little bit?
Yeah, of
Alright,
course.
yeah, okay. There's 2 chain links in here.
Yeah, there's-
Shifting the chain back.
Just ninja problems. All right, I wonder. So he's burnt the fealty on the. Oh, it was just to give it go again. That's why he burned the fealty. So he might
Yep.
have a 1 cost in hand though.
You put one pile, it's fine. Go for it.
Rising Resentment is pretty nice. Art of the Dragonfire is one of those cards that, while being a 1 cost, if it is Draconic, starts as regular ninja, deals 2 damage straight to them, and then comes in for 5. That could be a finisher here that we'd be happy to see.
I don't think there's a reason to burn the fealty that early if it's not going to be a one cost.
The wrong way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he
I
would
think
just
you're
play
right.
Rising Resentment first.
Thinking. He's got 3 in hand.
Two in hand.
Sorry,
Two in hand plus Arsenal though.
2 cards in hand, 1 in Arsenal, says Ty Soens. Still so much defensive power from this deck. We know a Golden Sun will be likely to follow next turn. No Vigor token though.
Yeah, so Ty is blocked with 3 cards and a Tunic, and he still has an Arsenal with 2 cards. Feels pretty good.
If you don't send the attack here, I think Ty's game plan
he's
is
gonna-
to go fish with gold for a blue.
Okay, so he's going to Cindra.
Not what I want to use my 1 tunic cannon this game for, I'll be honest.
So good. Mine was
Oh, he's
cracked
gonna
up to it.
Tunic just to swing a dagger here.
9.
Hey, when you have to use it, you have to use it, right?
Yeah. He
Oh, engulf the
Yeah.
firebrand.
yeah, we've got that's Inflame.
Inflame the
Firebrand.
firebrand.
So that Tunic dagger to me signals that Hayden knows it's now he has to push because he knows this next attack's going to be devastating. He knows he needs to try and get anything out of his hand, but I don't think it's going to force a card from Ty here.
Yeah, this is 4 chains fully blocked up. And still 2 cards in hand, 1 in Arsenal. If he's not getting cards out of his hand now, he never will. But tying up the life totals to 5 and 5. Hayden
So
Dale
he's
making
just
this
blocked-
so close.
So he's just blocked 12, and now he's going to send
Boulder drop.
Boulder Drop for 12.
Yeah. I was under the impression there that he was going to use the blue to go search for gold, because still at worst you can cast the Boulder drop with the
True.
Golden Sun.
True.
I think that would have been lethal, but Ty has a far greater understanding of his deck than I ever could. So I'm not going to question it.
Do we see what his last card in hand is? I don't think we
Golden
did.
Sun.
Oh, okay. So he's keeping the Golden Sun because he's like, if you block this out, I'm going to guarantee I'm going to kill you the next turn.
Yeah.
Big old pile of 3.
Yeah, that's his logic.
Lucky.
So what would Golden Sun be if you break the golf? Golden Sun for 15. I think unless you have some way of blocking 10 overpower, which may be possible with what 3, 6, mask, 7, 8, tunic, and flick knives 10, and then you still take 5. But 1 D react obviously blows that mess out a little bit. Gets rid of the entire hand though. At these low life totals, if you're able to get rid of
But now we
flick
see-
knives.
So here we go, Xander. Like he knows that if he pockets the Golden Sun and Hayden can't crack back, then he's just going to kill him. Hayden doesn't do anything, and now he's doing E Strike Go Again into Golden Sun, which is just absolute lethal.
Yep.
I've actually watched quite a bit of Victor coverage, over the last few months, obviously, because he's been just on stream all the time. And it's actually a play I've seen quite a lot. Just send a good on-rate attack and pocket the Golden Sun. Hayden trying to figure out any way that he can stay in this game.
There's the Art of the Dragonfire, day late and a dollar short here with no fealty tokens being generated in recent memory. But obviously a little scared still of that Golden Sun or just any effect here. A CNC is also incredibly frustrating and difficult to deal with. You have to think though, why not give the tunic and then the D react to the E strike if you know a CNC is coming? So I doubt that would be the case. Golden Sun for 10 overpower.
Yep, we might be seeing the end of the game here. Hayden stares down 10 overpower. Does he have the D-React?
Yeah.
Really the ultimate finisher for Victor, high and mighty.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we go.
8, die.
Blocking 5 with the D
got
react.
it.
That'll be 9.
just dead.
He's just dead.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Really,
Very-
really close game.
Yeah. Yeah.